See, we're only 7 minutes late, what the heck?
Andy.
Okay, so we've called the meeting to order. So now we need to do the organization of the board. So you have two options. You can choose a whole different road commissioner, the chair of the board, and go through the whole thing one by one.
I move to keep everything the same.
I second it.
Unless Jason's sick of being chair. No.
Okay, that
You're
makes
just
it
getting
easy.
good. Just getting good at it.
So at this point, I turn the meeting over to Jason, who can now say. Motion on the minutes?
Motion on the minutes to accept the previous minute.
Yes. Oh, the ones you don't have.
I think I read them.
No, they are right there, you're right. Go.
I think I read them.
Okay, so those are the new agendas, these are the minutes. I had to update them.
They're not the same red.
No, I updated the agenda. Not that, because Ken was coming, I updated the agenda.
You got some invisible ink here.
All right.
There you go.
I move to accept the minutes as written.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So then you can call Kenneth up.
Kenneth, you're up.
So, did you explain to them, I mean, they do
No.
know why
Yeah,
you're here.
really
but-
roundabout
Okay.
way.
Yeah, no, so Ken would like to be the moderator for the town of Berkshire.
We told him he was a shoo-in.
We talked to it in the parking lot.
I'm just saying we have-
As long as we don't have to count mini mail, Santa Claus, and all them other things anymore.
Well, he also knows all the rules. He knows Robert's Rules of Order.
Yes.
Which is a really, really big,
Good, yeah.
you know, that's a plus for sure.
Alright, I'll just give you a brief demo of who I am. Ken Sikaterski. I retired from the Army in 2020. Recently just moved to the area. About a year ago, I bought my area.
Yeah.
Piece of land over on Reservoir Road. Today I'm actually Deputy IT Director for the state of Vermont. So I work directly for the state, covering multiple agencies from an IT perspective. In terms of volunteering, I also sit on the Governor's Veterans Advisory Council. Been doing that for a little over about a year now. So obviously veteran stuff is a big thing for me personally, as one myself. Yeah, I follow online the Berkshire website, which we talked on in the past. And I noticed that the last town hall that there was the town moderator, it was open, so I was like, you know what? Let me just continue this streak of giving back. And as I do know Robert's rules, as I was in debate and a bunch of other stuff in a long lost past life, figured I'd talk to you, and if you guys would like someone, I'd be happy to fill it.
Yeah.
That's it. So,
Yes, and the help with the website would definitely
so
be, you know,
that's it.
yeah.
Wanna be a fireman?
You talking about the birthday? So funny, actually. Funny story. No, actually, legitimately funny story. So I actually, while my place was being worked on over here, I was staying temporarily in Swan, and I actually started the join with them.
Yeah,
But because I'm actually moving here faster than I was planning, I had to step away from there. So
yeah,
actually, yes.
yeah.
All right.
There.
I was actually just down there before I got here. I was actually just down there, just kind of walking around the building, and then
Oh, so you were the
There
one
you
in
go.
the car there?
yeah,
Okay.
the car that was me.
Yeah,
Because then I was looking at the gun range across the street. It was like
Yeah.
perfect combo.
yeah,
Yeah. There you go.
yeah. We meet, first and third Tuesdays.
Okay. So I'll probably grab you if you have like a phone number or something.
Yeah.
And we got
Plus, the first one didn't talk his way out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're getting to that. Yeah.
I'm probably the only one in my family who's not a firefighter full time. And actually, I went in the military, but most of them went firefighting, so quite used to it.
But no, I can get you his contact. I
Too easy.
can.
So can we get a motion for
How do you pronounce your last name?
Secretarski.
Sekretarski?
Ski is fine.
Ski.
In his office, he's Ken Ski.
There you go.
I move to appoint Ken Ski to as moderator.
I'll second.
I knew that was coming.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so you guys can talk. You know.
Got another list here somewhere?
For
A what? Another list I gotta look at.
Oh, here's
all kinds.
one
I got
that's
that one.
marking myself. This one's filled, that one's filled.
you're back in the day.
Yeah, that one's filled, this one's filled.
Back in the day, for the
Yeah.
Australian ballot.
Yeah, the Australian ballot sorta took it out.
There you go.
There used to be, 50, 60 people over there at school years ago.
Now we hold a informational meeting the night before and we had 2 people there.
Oh, yeah?
Both of them were on other boards.
There you go.
So if there wasn't a bunch of people here, that meant we did a good job.
Oh, that'll be
So I am gonna pass this around because you guys just did the organization of the board. I just need everybody to sign underneath the select board area. I'll just fill in the rest later. Keep it short and simple on that part.
Where are you from? Virginia?
haven't been there in a while.
So it's a little cooler up here.
So I actually was doing an exchange program with the Canadian Army.
Yeah,
I retired out of Canada.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's how we get out of there. So, leave it at that.
Did the Canadian Prime Minister already resigned, or they're having
Well, you got a new one? No.
they're gonna have another election?
They just called the election. So.
Yeah,
yeah, he's stepping down, yeah, they're
yeah.
gonna.
He didn't hang around very long.
Oh, with the new one?
The new one,
I
man.
just
It's called election for the 28th.
Yeah.
There was one guy, I ain't gonna put up with Trump, he was on the radio. Okay.
New garage updates.
Well, I was over there today
You were feeding the hopper.
and I fed the hopper all day. I'm not sure if they finished insulating it or not,
No, they still got a few bags.
but there was like 5 pallets left when I left, still to put up there.
There's 4 right now.
Okay.
So all in all, so the fuel tank, the highway crew would prefer that it is over by the salt shed, which is off the end of the building, that 50 feet out on that side versus over across the parking lot. So I think what they,
What you meant, beside the new building, right? To the right of the new
it
building?
comes off the end of the new building towards the wetlands,
Yeah.
if you wanna say
Yeah.
it that way, over there, so, you know what I mean?
Good.
Pretty much just, yeah,
Awesome.
okay.
There's plenty of room
So
on the end.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it's,
50-50.
wait a minute, let me,
There you go.
so you see this? This is the end of the building, it's gonna be right here. What is it, option 1?
Yeah.
option 1C.
Okay.
It actually, it's not.
You agree, huh,
Who
Danny?
wanted it there?
You wanted
Danny.
it there? Why?
Oh, we,
Instead of behind the
they
building?
wanted it
No.
sitting right on the building, but by law, we can't.
The other option was to go way over here, which is where the chloride tanks are, and we can't move the chloride tanks yet, so, yeah, kinda.
So it couldn't go behind the building?
You can't.
This has already got the generator
the-
pad, the propane,
the truck-
the
the-
well.
this is a truck fill
all
tank.
that stuff, so.
So you want it
Yeah,
here,
truck fill tank, not,
Okay, okay.
not for the garage.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this is just diesel fuel.
so it actually won't be bad, I think it'll work out pretty decent there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing is Goodhue asked about, the tree planting when they're done with the restoration plan. Who's gonna plant the trees? Are we gonna plant? They're just willow whips. Are we gonna plant them, or do you want them to hire somebody to come out here? and do
Willow
it?
whips?
It's just willow whips is all you gotta put out
Can
there.
we get the vote
They
center to come
All we
plant?
have to do, them stick them in the ground, right? Them will grow, them are the ones that'll grow.
You
with
can
them.
go out in the woods and cut them off and stick them
Yeah,
in the
stick
ground
them,
and
in
they'll
just a
grow.
limb sticks in the ground and grows, right?
Yeah, but
Must
I
be
mean,
do
I
that.
don't know,
I think they can do that.
okay.
Is that,
That's what I think.
is that just the planting of the willows?
Yeah, they're
or is
doing
that-
everything else, it's just somebody's gotta go out there and stick the willows in the ground all the way around there, so. But,
Hopefully
I
it's
mean, we
not
can
too
figure it
dry
out
there,
and
Doc.
revisit it if it.
I think that wetland's an awful dry one, if you ask me.
So I have reached out to Chevalier's to try to have, see if they could come out here while Goodhue was here, and I haven't heard back from them yet, so. We're still working on that.
What do you need money for?
Is that it?
We're putting a new, we drilled the well
Yeah.
for the new shop, or the new garage.
Yeah.
And we drilled it, 5 years ago? 4
But it
years?
doesn't have the pump and.
It doesn't have the pump or nothing, so we gotta finish setting it up.
I talked to Chevalier tomorrow if you want me to get home.
Oh, please,
There
Actually,
you go.
I gotta be here tomorrow, so.
yes.
so.
Perfect timing.
Tell them the guys up to the town are getting ready
Alright,
to get stuff rolling.
Yeah,
so
we
okay.
just need the pump and we need the whole installation, yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yep.
Did they, put the electricity in today, or?
The electricity went, I think they pulled it on the road last Wednesday,
The
right?
pipe is up against the building, and I think they're getting.
I don't know if they pulled it, they didn't pull any lines yet.
No, they ain't,
No.
they
Oh.
ain't nothing in the electricity, or in the building
Just-
yet.
They sat the conduit though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, conduit's in. That's about it.
But it's looking good in there.
Yeah, so just, there's probably one section of wall near the offices hasn't been sealed, everything else is sealed, all the overhead doors are in, the fire door finished getting put in today. The stairs and the rails and the railings are all done to the mezzanine.
nice.
The electricians have started dropping their boxes and wires through the ceiling. And they get
Just
some nice
about
weather
everything
headed
on the
outside.
inside is done. Jake's got a little bit more plumbing to do. And like electrician's got a few more things to hook up, and then basically they ain't got much left on the inside, and then probably switch to putting steel on the outside, the steel and the insulation on the inside. It's coming along quite well. And everything like what Tony said, so.
Yeah, there's some of the man pass doors to the outside are up.
Anything else for the new garage?
Looking good inside, really looking good inside.
Yeah.
Do they know when they're gonna do the digging and all that? They're still a little ways out?
For
to
what?
Put the lines and stuff in?
So that's, they're trying to line up the tanks and everything. The electrician part, I guess, didn't have to be done.
Now the roads are posted.
So Scott's kind of sticking around because the roads are posted, because he can't go anywhere else right now.
Right,
So he's
right.
they're gonna try to work on the restoration plan and all of that stuff while they're here right now and get all the lines, well, which kind of makes sense. So, yep.
Danny, highway update.
Highway, well, like you said, the posted signs are up. I don't know how much good it usually does, but they're up. We got most of our frost heave signs. We had a couple more we gotta put up.
Well, I'll tell you,
Frost teams are getting better.
Yeah, some of them are shrunk.
The ones going out across from here to the tank are getting better. Them are the worst,
Yeah.
these two right
Well, the
here.
worst one I've seen right now is by, just past you, when we're on that ledge.
Everybody's slowing down, and it's a new one.
No, that's been there 3, 4 years.
Well, Dick's been there a little longer than you. He says it's a rarity that it occurs, but maybe it's getting worse, and he never
This one
really,
down here by Justin's is pretty bad, but it's getting better.
yeah.
The ones on the dirt they're getting better, but they will. But we ain't got into the mud yet either, so.
So how did it go with, Hungerford's
I
today?
met with Hungerford's today, yeah, we went over everything, and he said a couple days, he'll text you up what it is. and I-
Is that the same guy that
Yeah.
loved us before?
No,
No.
no, this is, these are the same ones that brought us the salt this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did they? I haven't
Hutchins.
seen the. We haven't seen a bill on that.
Yeah.
yet. Oh, we did?
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. We're
Okay.
good.
He's gonna, text you up what is per ton, so if we wanna do some more figuring anyway.
Yeah, no, that's good, so then I
Because,
can use it for the grant, that,
Yeah.
you know, just the numbers.
We did, on the Ridgeford Road, we went from the seam just below the Nation Road. It's like 200 feet below that, was the starting point. And a mile and a half brings us right to the big culvert.
Okay. But is the worst of it this end or the other end?
It's kind
Just
of a
saying.
tie, it's kind of a
yeah,
tie.
there's a section in the middle there, it ain't the best.
So,
Okay, did you go down to Noble Hill though?
we went to Nobles Hill, and that's only half a mile.
Oh.
So, we got a little playroom there maybe.
Oh, so we might be able
So,
to
did
stretch.
you ask them what, if they would charge any more to go down to Marvin Road and do that section that
No.
one of you guys
I
was
didn't,
talking about?
But I can talk to him
In
about it.
front of Honus's.
Remember, we were gonna do that and
But we're
then,
gonna do it when
My
you get,
honestly, yeah, I was trying to think of the road that you mentioned, and I could not think of it. And then I went across it today, and I said, oh, this is the road. But hopefully, you know, if we got more than enough to do Nobles Hill, maybe we can get them to pick up and go down there and do that.
do a half a mile. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, either way, cause usually that's about what it is.
Yeah, usually we got enough to do a mile, so I think we'll be good there.
Or you can ask him if you do down by Honus's, you can go to the Pearly Road.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a little bit kind of in the vicinity of.
Help, it's the Pearly Road.
There's a couple cahoots in there too. Frost,
Yeah.
Frost.
Is it as bad as Noble or is, I guess I never paid any.
It's been a while since
It-
Pearly Road's been done.
It's breaking up pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't been over to Nobles Hill, but, yeah. I mean, just an option if.
I mean, he's more than willing to come on, probably more.
But yeah, it's
If we
just,
got money
if they're
left-
gonna what they're gonna charge if they have to pick up and move, but if we
You wanna
do
start at?
Marvin
That
Road
end,
and
right?
Pearly Road, they're
Where?
close together,
Richford
but,
end.
Probably.
you know, I don't
Southern
know.
Star.
You know what I mean?
Almost
Yeah,
all
as far as
You
moving.
do
Yeah.
half a mile,
Yeah,
half a mile, I
mobilization.
don't know.
Right.
Well, if he does, Marvin Road, a lot of times, going to like the Pearly Road,
Sort of
they
gonna go
just
where it's bad.
drive it.
That's what I mean, it's close enough that they can just swing around, we're going from Noble to
Right.
Marvin, so.
No, but I
we
think,
might- yeah,
so
okay.
the blacktop, you started at the Richford line and came, we're gonna end at the
No.
culvert?
We, I started right on the nation, just below the Nation Road. Like where Liam Towers is.
Oh,
Driveway.
so it is,
Yeah.
it is.
It's good from here to that spot. They did that 3,
Oh,
4
so they're
years
going the
ago.
opposite way.
So,
To the big culvert,
To the
which
big
is right
culvert.
down in the bottom, after Mark's barn.
So the Richford way back up this way is not as bad, or?
like I said, it's a tie. You could do
It's a
either
tie.
side.
But we can't, we're not, so, gentleman from the state came out here and let us know we're not eligible for a grant this year. We put them in so that the state knows that there is a need. So whatever we put in this year is just to show a need, it's not that we're
Oh,
gonna get
yeah.
it. So we can do it and then turn around and resubmit the same grant next year, but if you guys so choose that it should be on the other end of the Richford Road and not this end, then.
Well,
because it
so
won't
we,
be this year anyway.
yeah, we got another year to see which side's worse.
Yeah, so we're not getting a
Doesn't matter
grant
long-
for the Richford Road, but we put it in anyway.
For the Richard Road, you can put it anywhere on it.
Yeah, we're just gonna put it in as he quoted it, and then next
then-
year, we might be
We'll have-
eligible for
Yeah,
one,
I think
and
he
then
said
we
were,
can,
what, 17?
yeah. No, that was the structures grant, so that's the next thing we'll talk about.
We'll
Yeah.
have a mile of our own, we could put with it too, will help.
Like,
Yeah.
one is-
Cause we're gonna burn up, cause a mile is what, 150, we figure?
Yeah.
Roughly, yeah, yeah.
That way,
That's only if you do the 1.5 inch over, you know what I mean?
it's 2 inches.
Yeah,
It's
the
3/4
2
inch, shim and 1.5 inch top.
Yeah, so if you do that on, usually they're how wide?
It's basically 22 feet.
Yeah, so if they're 22 feet wide and you only have to do that 2 inch over the top, you can get to a mile with 150, well, I don't know what it is now.
Yeah.
But if you have to do anything more than that in a road, then you're not gonna get that far, but.
Yeah. And it's, yeah, it seems like, I think we'll save some money on the Nobles Hill.
Yeah.
So, the grant, like he said, was, we were like 17. And then you said we had to do something with culverts, but we don't have any culvert work to do on that road.
That has nothing to do with the paving,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Well, the only thing we might do is, there's a couple bad culverts. We'll see how the spring does when it goes, and how much them culverts sink anymore. We might just have to go down and get 4 ton of hot mix or coal patch, put in there, straighten them out, so the paver don't
Yeah.
have to do it. Besides that, the road is pretty good, you know.
On Noble, that's more of a standing water issue probably, right?
The potholes,
Well, no, the two, there's a dip at one top, you go down, you come back up, and there's another one.
on,
Noble.
just by Nobles.
Yeah. Well, no, I take that back. They're both Franklin, aren't they?
Yeah, we only go to the
Yeah,
corner.
we
Yeah,
got
I had to stop and think.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
called on that one, somebody gave us hell, said they went off the road, so Bill went up and looked at it, said, it's Franklin.
It's
again."
Franklin, that's right, that's right.
Answered the phone, and I was like, are you sure
Yeah.
it was Berkshire? Yeah.
Our end, since Stebbins started farming there, there's more truck traffic coming. That road is,
Yeah.
it's gonna get used more now.
Did you end up getting hold of anybody from Gray's?
I did, and it was, she called me back and she goes, well, yeah, we'll be really interested in doing it. We just need your paving project
As in a bid
bid.
package
And I
sent
said,
out. And
we don't
have
usually
those.
do that. I said, we usually have an estimator come down. And she goes, oh, well, I'll have to talk to my husband. And then he'll give you a call. And I haven't heard anything from him.
Okay.
I called Pike. There's a new guy on for Pike, and he said, that was last week, he said he'd get right a hold of me, he was going to a meeting, couldn't talk at that time. He said he'd get a hold of me, and that was a week ago, and I ain't heard nothing from him since.
What about Ireland?
I don't know who to get a hold of on Ireland, I guess,
That number don't work?
huh?
That number don't work?
I think
You
they
think-
took the phone. But
Andy,
yeah, I'd
you
like
wanna
to
find out how to get hold of your cousin?
I have,
Oh, you work for Ireland now?
Yeah, he works for Ireland now.
yeah, I can get a number from you,
Yeah, I
personally.
have to,
That's a
yeah.
nice.
They might tell me.
Now is Wrights doing roads or is that just driveways?
I think they're just doing like parking lots
Yeah,
and
he-
stuff. Like, I know they work a lot with, they're even working with Hungerfords. They're working with Jim too, so. On different things.
And Jim said he'd love to come up and do the yard, if we get around to doing it.
Yeah.
He wanted to look at it today, but I said, there's too many vehicles in the yard, I'm not sure where the blacktop ends now, so. I said, we gotta wait to see. But he said, well, he said, I'd love to do it, and by the sounds, they do a lot of schools, a lot of town garages.
Yeah.
They do a lot of parking lots.
Yeah.
So when the state did come out here, we talked about Shawkat Culvert and getting a grant for that. So, we pretty much gotta hire an engineer to come out here to tell us what size culvert that we have to have and you know, a lot of the other stuff that goes along with it before we can even apply for the grant.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Tyler, Billingsley, and I haven't got a response yet. And when were they here? Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday, so I'm gonna try calling again.
But he said he was gonna try to put a rush on the hydraulic study.
Yeah, because we don't, the problem
that's
is,
the one
we
that
don't have a
tells us.
hydraulic study, and if we don't have an engineer, we have no idea of knowing what size culvert or what we need to put in there, and the application is due on April 15th.
So the state doesn't already know what size culvert?
Not without a hydraulic study, and you have to put in for a hydraulic study at least a year in advance.
We get it.
And we put ours in
It's
like
almost-
9 months in advance.
So that's pretty close to a year.
If we get a big storm.
my
that
world.
Washes out, we can fix it though.
That'd be a
Well, you
blessing
could
in
probably-
disguise.
So
That'd be probably
the
best case
cheapest
scenario.
culvert we're gonna have to put in there is $120,000, he said.
The culvert.
Just the culvert, not the work. And the most it could be is 250,000, depending on what we do.
Jeez, it's pretty much
Even-
gonna ruin $250,000.
So,
Houses.
Is that
They're
a
gonna
concrete
help
box
us.
culvert? Is that a concrete box culvert?
no,
No.
this is an old one with old fuel tanks.
So
or
this is
some
back
sort
in the
of-
good old days, how they were built.
I was talking, actually, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was talking to Randy St. Ange and Arthur put that in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was many, many years ago.
Artie was there, I guess.
So we have,
No.
so if this thing, we have a 10%
We had
match.
Luke Desertel's machine up there dig them
10%.
out.
So if this thing comes in at like 300,000 to change, we have to budget for 30,000 next year. You know, like just saying, so
yeah.
we want some sort of a number this year when we go for the grant. We're pretty much guaranteed the grant. But we've gotta get, so if anybody knows any other engineer type people, cause like I said, he hasn't got back to me.
Tyler,
That's the guy you usually get?
East, yeah, he's out of East
Where are
Engineering.
these culverts?
I mean, I'm gonna try calling him again
Uh,
tomorrow and, you know, try to put a push on it.
Shawnettes?
Because
Just
Past the barn.
Oh,
Just past the
that one
bunker?
there, yeah.
Yeah, the way up.
it's with the state of
I
Vermont.
think it's not full of
Which
money.
agency?
V-Trans,
It's an awful lot of money,
It's
yeah,
an awful lot of money for that.
yeah.
So sign that so don't
But,
have to do it
that's
again.
where only two of them.
Yeah.
But it's mostly so that you guys
I'm not
understand that
100%
next
sure,
year
but
we're
I think
gonna
I
have to
did this
budget,
pile already
you
once.
know, money to put this culvert in.
who are we looking for? Someone civil? Is that a
It's
civil
anybody.
project? Is that a civil
Can-
And I'm asking,
No.
engineering, is it
Yeah.
a civil engineer that we're looking for?
It'd be like a is what? It's like a hydraulic.
Anybody
yeah.
that can frickin' engineer a culvert replacement, I really don't know outside of
Tyler's done a
Is that-
pile of them.
that. Tyler has
he
done,
works
he did our
with,
last,
well,
Same office.
Goodhue works a lot with him.
yes,
He's
he
done a
does,
lot of
yeah,
That's the one that,
yeah.
He's the one
Maybe
we're
that's
having
what
trouble
they should
getting
do, run
all
over
of.
there tomorrow and say, Scott, you wanna call up Tyler and say, hey?
yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so it was just letting you know that we're working on it, but we're running out of time.
And we've had the study in for, asked for it for a long time.
Yeah.
They're extremely slow. Of course, like he said, they had all the flooding down the southern part of the state. That took a lot of,
And they transferred who was doing them onto a different,
Right.
you know, set of people.
So there's still stuff to be
Yeah,
fixed.
cause
and
we were hoping
repaired.
to have it, if I'd had the hydraulic study, we could have done the grant ourselves. Because we'd have known what we needed for a culvert. And yeah, without that, we can't, he can't call
So
up to
that-
even price anything.
How big's the $100,000 culvert?
It's gonna be
That
twice
was
as.
no, that was a, concrete,
was that a concrete or
No.
that was a steel culvert?
yes.
Which I doubt like hell they're gonna do.
Yeah, like, we're not even sure they're gonna do it, but that was, yeah, they did the
When you
steel
get your
one.
hydraulic study, they'll give you three options.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a 10-foot tube, maybe a 12-foot box, or a 12-foot arch.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But if
was
it
the
washed
arch
down
one.
the storm, we could put another steel one right back in.
Well, they don't like
But it's gotta
doubles.
be bigger than what,
Yeah,
I mean, what's
Or a
already there.
plastic one or whatever they are.
But
well,
the,
yeah,
That's a big brook.
not everybody can, I mean,
No, but that's the case though,
Yeah.
right? If it's an emergency, if it washes out, you can put one
Probably
back.
you could do an emergency fix and throw something in there, but I don't know how
By
long.
the time Red Brook gets down there, she's starting to roll.
Thing is, nobody's ever gonna find it up there.
You just said that on camera, of course they are.
We're looking for it.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding, Todd.
But the other ones are, going by your place.
It's a lot for two houses.
Then-
Yeah, that one's probably not big enough. The two next to in my driveway ain't big enough no more.
But that's the same brook, right?
Yeah, same brook,
Same
yeah.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that all drains from out behind Mark's sugar house, old sugar house. Comes down through.
Oh, yeah.
I should.
Yeah, those
That
beavers, those beaver, or Tim Myots, the
Yeah.
beaver dams from Tim Myots, that's what that brooks comes
Oh.
from there.
That,
So Tony, can you sign
Culvert
that?
that they changed
Push it
by
my
my
way
house?
so I don't forget that it needs to be signed?
What's that, Dave?
that culvert, that box tube that we put in by my driveway,
Yeah.
that's it too. That comes down through there. It goes through my swamp, turns, goes behind St. Pierre's Sugar House, or just in front of it, and cuts
Goes-
across.
It's all the same one.
It's all the same brook. A lot of water comes down through there
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
Yeah, when it rains and I can hear it roaring in the house, I know it's doing good. Yeah,
When it goes silent is when you wanna worry.
no, well,
I thought we were gonna get rid of the rest
Why?
of this.
is it 2 summers ago, I worked,
Maybe
there was
it
a
means-
pond there.
If it was to turn full.
It's just for.
Okay, you're the one that still has to sign this, okay. What's it for, disability insurance? So, clerk updates.
So clerk updates.
Okay, so this one is for Danny as well. So the MRGP annual report, do you know what that is?
No?
Municipal Roads General Permit. We have to sign off to say that we have done our updates whenever we have, cleaned up the roads or done the grant work and all of that stuff. And it needs select board approval and the chair to sign.
Are we good?
We should be good.
There we
I
go.
move to accept the,
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
me and Todd are slipping this week.
You are.
Don't worry, we're gonna get into them yet.
So the next thing I have is, so Vermont Gas is now coming back out to put service lines in the area where the lines are coming down through. And they wanted to know what they needed to do, and I just told them that they needed to give us maps of what they were doing, and just in case they were crossing the road and any of that stuff. So all of their lines, pretty much you have Wabel's house, Wabel's barn. The other one is, so the Doe Farm up on the hill, they're doing that one. Ferdinand Wabel, you guys know where that is?
So
Okay.
that's in,
Yep.
Ricky's
Terry,
old-
yep,
Ricky's-
Terry and Diane Doe. So you got Bob Hilliker and then Pat Desitel's old place over there.
Yeah.
So the only place they're crossing the road, for the most part, is where they're going to the barn and the house. So they have to cross to get to the, well, they have the house, but they only have to cross the road to get to the
They're
barn.
gonna have to cross to get to Desitel's old place.
Yeah, they got maps here for every single one of them. This is the one, it's showing where the line's going under the road.
That's the one they just had put in.
Didn't they? I think they already put that in, didn't they?
Yeah.
They pounded something through there last year, I think.
Okay. Oh, not,
Yeah. Nothing else is crossing the road except, well, where was it? Right here. This one is 3247. Who's 3247? Oh yeah, Pat Desitel's. So that one's gonna cross,
Oh, so the main line came, that's why all the work was done over here. The main line went under, then back under.
Well, you
So
got
they
the-
crossed the road twice here. You see that?
Oh, you just said his name.
That's 105. And
Across the
went
road, the old King,
then
you,
back,
King
and
used
then-
on it.
back under the road.
yeah, so they're not, I don't know how they did it, but they're not crossing the, because this one is the 1908, that's Ferdinand's.
You got it, they
This is
didn't want
105.
gas.
This is 105 right here.
They didn't cross.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is
So they
where
went,
Ferdinand lives.
they
and
went
this is
under,
the
I
dump
thought
farm.
they went around.
They've
I think this
already
is made
gone
for the
under
line to
the
keep
road because the
going.
road's over
And this is
here.
just teed off so they can go that way if they got it.
So they've got.
I was wondering, I
But
said,
I'm just,
they-
so
why are
they've
they
left
digging
us all
over
the
there? That makes
maps
sense.
that show all the lines. And like I said, that's the only couple of places that they had to cross the road right now, so.
Did you see they went under the road twice?
Yeah. They, if
Under
you,
the,
You had to have a record
Where you
service.
come around, you come off 105, you either go to Hollis or you go to the.
yep,
Not for
Right.
They went across,
a 2-inch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then went across
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
On both ends of the,
What, whose truck
they
was
went
that?
across on
Was
105, then they come
Well, it
across
wasn't the truck, it
105
was the
to
plow.
where they
Oh,
put the dirt, the
but
fill
you had to
in,
be-
remember?
I had
You had to
that.
have some
Then
assistance.
they went
Yeah,
down to
that's
the
some
road
assistance.
and went back across.
Yeah.
So there's,
oh, must be,
Entrance.
it must have been,
And
it shows they can keep going to Richford's the only thing I can see. That way
Yeah,
they don't.
that's what they did.
See, this is the road, this is Honnis's, and this is,
yeah,
they cross the road, then come back across the road.
no, they came,
This is from
they went
Mark's.
all the way to the bridge, then down, and then
They
back.
already had
Yeah,
the line.
that's
at
why
the
they
bridge.
crossed the road twice.
Yeah.
That's why
That's
they
what
crossed
we're
the
saying.
road.
But
They
they
crossed this
already,
road twice.
but they already crossed the road before they put these in, that was
Right.
already done with
Yeah.
the whole line before, this is the only.
This
place
is the
they
main line,
And
this
this,
is a new
and
one.
this
Yeah.
stays on this
I
side
just
of the
didn't
road all
realize
the way.
they'd went through
Yeah.
twice.
On the left side of the road up to.
So Ferdinand's would be, the pipes on that side of the road anyway.
So that house at the top of the hill's
It
not
must,
in it?
it must change.
What?
When you go by,
Cause everything was done as you're going up the hill, everything was done to the left.
none of them other houses up there are getting it?
So, listen, so do you know where Pat Desmond lived, or was?
Yeah.
Okay, the line is on the opposite side of
Right.
the road, so the only place they had to cross was to get to Pat's. They went all the way up this side of the road.
Okay, but what about the next couple houses? They're not getting it?
If they
Like the
want
trailer
it.
on
So
the
they
road.
could, but they're not asking for it yet.
Oh.
Everybody that's asking
Oh,
for it's on
I know
this
where you
side of the
mean.
Yeah,
road.
there's the.
Used to be Longley.
Longley, and then there's the next
got
house,
Janet,
and then
Janet,
there's the one on
still
top of the
Janet's,
hill.
So
across
Pat's
from
house, the
Doe's.
Yeah,
barn,
that's right.
and them are
That's
the
right.
Like
only
three
ones
more
that they gotta
places.
cross the road for right now.
That's right.
So they have to ask for it, that's why.
Yeah, if they don't ask for it, they won't. I'm sure
Right.
they probably knocked on the
And this
door.
is just so that we have a file of where the gas lines are in the right of way of the, or to make sure we know where they went under
Cause
the
they
road.
did something in Berkshire, East Berkshire last week. I don't know what they did.
That's water.
That was water.
That's water, right?
That's water, they had a
Somebody-
leak.
Had
They're
problems.
still working on it.
Yeah.
See, they got the trench box across the road.
Well, they did. I see that on both
Well, they had
sides.
to have a state engineer
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah.
It
Because
looked expensive.
Yeah.
I saw all the paint, the yellow paint and everything.
Probably had an engineer, cause it's right on state highway.
Yeah.
Do you need an approval or a motion for Vermont?
Now they got the gas line in there with the water
Yeah.
line
Moved,
on it, trying to.
I moved to allow Vermont Gas to cross our right of ways to put in.
Except,
All in favor?
Right?
right?
You see, we really do the Robert rules good here.
Okay, so we need to reappoint Emily and Josh Grims to the CUD. Does everybody know what that is? The Communications Union District for,
The
yeah,
CUD.
the CUD.
CUD,
Yeah,
communication.
to, you know, do the fiber
I'll
optic
make a
thing.
motion that we-
Okay.
I second it.
All in favor?
I knew we could sneak one in, Don.
Jason, I guess we got an eye. Huh, Andy?
Alright, Jason, you sign there, I sign there. Deputy Health Officer. Yeah, do you still want me as a partner? You're the,
Apparently it's
no,
worked
you're
so
the health
far.
officer, I'm
Apparently
only
it's
the
worked so
deputy.
far, what do you think?
Who's the
Okay.
constable?
We don't.
We don't
We
have
don't
one.
have one.
You want one?
Yeah, I'll be the constable.
We don't have a constable,
Maybe
we don't
we
have a
should,
dog
maybe
catcher
we should
either.
appoint you as the deputy
Right?
health officer.
We don't have a dog, we don't have a dog
Yeah.
If you
catcher
want one,
either,
whatever.
Yeah.
right? We don't have a dog catcher either, right?
You also don't have a fence viewer. So while I was sitting in the parking lot waiting for you guys, I actually went on the state website and I was like, how many type of positions? I'm going through. Yeah, there's fence viewer, constable.
So So
Health
the,
officer, inspectors of lumber, I like that one.
so the town of Berkshire does not have any of those anymore because there was nobody signing up for the position, so they kind of like did away with it. But the deputy health officer position is still open, and if Ken would like that.
There's not
that
so
would
many
be-
cows outdoors there used to be, so
No.
fence viewers not.
What big day you eliminate
I gotta have a
that?
I
deputy.
think a fence view just, it's just like, what the hell is
Well,
this?
it
So they used to
started-
so neat.
Used to be, used to be a big
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was to stop disputes, to say
Just like
me and
what's like-
Andy were firemen and his fence,
I was
his cows kept getting on mine, he would come.
This is
And,
the fence.
yeah, here's the fence, and you gotta fix your
Face your
fence and you fix.
neighbor to the right, right? You
It was like
you-
even-
You
even
face
if-
your neighbor and you do your half to the
Yeah.
right,
Even
Yeah.
if you didn't have animals, you had to maintain part of the fence.
Yeah.
yeah.
We just did them both when we went through.
We always, that's when I undid all. I weren't gonna wait for somebody else to do it.
Yeah,
And I weren't gonna
You
chase
need
cows
constables
over.
when thieves
I'll
come
be there.
through, you give them tickets.
We ran up tickets, constables.
I do have the tickets here.
I'm just saying, there's an entrance, and you just sit right there as your constable, and they come through and like, that'll be a ticket, that'll be a ticket.
Yeah, they go through quick enough.
Yes, definitely.
Bienvenue au Vermont.
So nominations for deputy health officer.
I make a motion, you can try the
Do
job
we,
if you
do we
want.
have one, Ken?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
You got.
I wash my hands.
So
What do we have, one or two
do
cows
you mind
last
reading
year?
that and
You read
taking
it.
that oath?
I had it once, they got
I gotta read it.
complicated, so I quit.
No, Jody got done right off,
Yeah.
yeah. Psycho.
The first time I had, it, I guess it was getting difficult, that's why I give it up, and then.
Did we get a motion?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
To
Todd
take
made the
actions as a
And
local health
Hank Mark-
officer under the
Yeah.
authority of
Mark
18
seconded.
VSC.
Yeah, or one of the other, yeah.
Whichever.
Yeah,
We good?
yeah.
So he's
He's
reading the oath.
Read it.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
yeah.
And taking actions as the local health officer under the authority of 18 VSA chapters 3 and 11, I do solemnly swear that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont, and that I will not directly or indirectly do any act or thing injurious to the Constitution or government, therefore, so help me God, under the pains and penalties of perjury.
There you go.
Welcome on board.
So now I got a new
Now he
deputy,
gets
cause
this
you didn't wanna be my
rep,
deputy.
Don't worry, she's gonna be the deputy.
If I wrote down the list of jobs.
The last time I had to go with her, I went down, and I told her, the guy said he could smell something
Thank you
leaking down
very
there, I went down there,
much.
I couldn't
Yeah.
smell
What
it.
was that? Is that?
I
the
swear to
one
God,
they
there was
started
nothing
drilling?
down, no, yeah, it was down to, what's his name, by Dick and Pam's old store.
Appreciate it very much.
I went in there and he says, oh, something smells in here, I don't know what it is.
It
And I
was,
went-
it was
he
already
says-
leaking
I said,
gas
I
before.
couldn't smell it, he says, he opens the door, he says, you're gonna smell it now, he opens his cellar door, I still couldn't smell it. Of course, I was stuffed up, I couldn't breathe. I left there with some wicked headache though.
Oh, yeah, then
I
I had
came
to go
up there
down
and said,
to
Emily,
smell. 'cause
You
he
better go
couldn't
back
smell.
down there. I said, because I told him I couldn't smell nothing. He swears this. I said, I do have a headache. So she went back down. She goes, you couldn't smell that?
No wonder you had a
What
headache.
was
It
it?
was paint thinner.
It was paint thinner.
Dumped on the floor and he couldn't smell it. So
His
he's
own
down there
paint
going,
thinner. And he thought,
all
he kept,
over.
he told, he thought it was they putting the gas line across the road.
Yes.
They ain't even got no gas in it. They're just digging.
It is interesting. It really is. But it's, yeah. Todd,
Yes, ma'am. You want me to sign that?
local health officer of the municipality would like to have this signed as well. Thank you. Okay, that's it, except for somebody to make a motion for us to go into executive session and we can clean house.
I make a motion, we go into executive session.
I'll second it.
Roger.
John did,
All right.
Leave.